Hi again then guys, and welcome to the first of undoubtedly a fair few of tune setups for Forza 6. Of course you can buy tune setups, or not buy them, but get them from storefronts etc. on Forza 6, but I prefer the more personal touch where you can see what I've actually done and change it if you need to. So, what better place to start than with the cover car, the Ford GT. As far as upgrades, basically just fit everything that doesn't negatively affect the top end performance. So that's basically everything except the front and rear wing. I would definitely say don't fit those. They're not necessary at all for high speed performance. For handling they are, for speed they're not. As far as the rims, you can go for whatever style you want, of course, and so when you fitted everything in the upgrade shop, full power, lowest weight, etc., now we get to the good stuff, the tune setup. So for the tyre pressures, as you can see, I've left those stock. As far as the suspension, I would recommend a final drive of 2.7, then individual gears of 3.4, 2.2, 1.6, 1.3, 1, 85 and 80. As far as the suspension, I would recommend having neutral camber so that the car is not pigeon-toed, or more so with toe actually, but also not splayed out, if you will. Not stanced, basically. So neutral camber, neutral toe. As far as the caster angle, that doesn't matter as much. I like it to be quite high, but it doesn't affect the speed. As far as anti-roll, I've just rounded those off basically to 30 front and rear. As far as the springs, again, basically I've just stiffened it up a little bit to 627 and 637. As far as suspension, you want or specifically the ride height, you want the front ride height on 3.2, the rear on 2.9. As far as the dampers, again, I've just rounded off 8.5 and then 6.5. As far as the aero, as I said, don't fit the wings, you just don't need them. I haven't touched the brakes, and for the diff, you don't have to change it, but I've just changed the deceleration to 30%. So, that's it for the tune setup, and the game is saying that we can do 248, or basically 249 miles per hour. So, let's find out if we can. Now overall, in a straight line, it's a Ford GT, so it's never going to be slow, but the question is, of course, can it actually reach the speeds that the benchmark or the dyno give you? Well, the answer in this particular case is pretty much, yeah. You lose about 2 or 3 miles per hour over what the benchmark tells you it can do. You can comfortably hold around 245 in 6th, you can get a little bit more in 7th. I'd recommend a manual gearbox to get the best out of that. But overall, it can reach those kind of speeds, and so if you do decide to use this build for the Ford GT, obviously I hope you find it fun and competitive, and feel free to subscribe to keep up with more tunes like this in the future. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.